just pulled up. We drove from the Grand Canyon today to Page, Arizona, and we are at the Lake Powell or the Glen Canyon Marina, and we are about to check into our RV site, but this shares the same parking lot. And so this is a marina down here. I don't know if you can see those boats, but this is beautiful. We're definitely going to check that out over the couple of days that we're here. So stay tuned. I gotta hop out and get the leveling blocks and put them away so we can pull out of here.
Holla. So we're up early going to a part of Page, Arizona that has an overlook. The only problem is it is a very cloudy and rainy day. I did not think it was gonna rain out here. This was the last place I thought would get rain, but we are getting rain and snow flurries today. We are leaving our campsite. We're coming back to this campsite, which not having a tow vehicle or bikes or something that gets us around fast, kind of a bummer because we had to fully unhook everything. The sewer line we hooked up, the power, the water, the internet. We had to bring everything back in. We had to secure everything on the inside. Pretty much put all of our stuff away just to drive 7 miles. And I think 7 miles would be a fun bike ride. It's not gonna be a good walk because we actually have to hike once we get there. But man, really gotta figure out this secondary vehicle, or, you know, just get used to doing this.
You want me to lock the cubby?
Yeah. We are still in the car waiting to go over to Horseshoe Bend. There's 27 minutes left of rain, we think, based on the weather app. Now, once we get there, either if we go today or tomorrow, Horseshoe Bend is a 1,000 feet deep, 27-degree horseshoe bend that the river, the Colorado River, carved out in the canyon. So millions of years ago, a plateau of sandstone kind of like shook and abrupted and came up and blocked the river. Then over time, the river kind of just was like, I don't even know why you standing in my way. Water beats rock in paper, rock, water, scissors. So water pretty much found the path of least resistance, carved its way through the sandstone and was just like, I'm free, and made its way back to the ocean. Now, it is probably one of the most photographed, the most social media friendly sites that on the Colorado River. And a fun fact is it touches multiple states. So 9 miles down the road, the national park recreation area begins. But right now we are just kind of on a mixture of Arizona, and then across you'll come to like Utah, and then there is a portion of Navajo land also in the mix. So the bend, the Horseshoe Bend, game of horseshoes.
A game of horseshoes.
Touches everything. You know what I mean? Like the bend is just like got its hands in everything, including social media. So we're excited to go. There are a lot of people. There are like this part of the trip has been a surprising amount of people because we thought during this time of year we would avoid everyone, and it almost is like everyone thought the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, especially with this rain. We got unlucky. This has got to be like the one day a year that it rains here. And somehow it's raining, so we've just been sitting in the car trying to wait this rain out.
Yeah, like I said, we are in a weather bowl. So this part, I know, I being naive, thought that Arizona didn't get all the weather. I thought, you know, desert state, cactus, scorpions, rattlesnakes, guns,
sunshine. Oh, you were naming bad things, and then I said sunshine.
Yeah, I thought Arizona only had bad things plus sunshine. But it's like, how you mad you getting that much vitamin C? It's you know what I mean?
D.
Is it vitamin D?
Yeah.
Oh, Sunny Delight, vitamin D. Vitamin C
is that how you remember it? Sunny D. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Come on, come on. You haven't learned over the time being with me that consumerism has me in the headlock.
If it wasn't in a commercial or a jingle, you don't know it. Which is actually, I'm surprised. How'd you know all those Horseshoe Bend facts?
Like, I always make up my own history, and because we haven't seen it, I really wanted to look up what the actual history was, just in case we never made it.
Okay, so pro tip for this channel. If we go somewhere on a rainy day, you're gonna get real facts because we got nothing better to do than look up actual facts.
It's like a boring Dr. Seuss. It's like a boring Cat in a Hat. Like a boring Cat in a Hat, instead of showing up and getting you to do mischief, it's just like, how about we just read what this place is about? Bundled with our shoulders up. You gotta walk with your shoulders up in the rain. If you ever see somebody and it's raining hard and they're walking with their shoulders down, run. that person's going through something. And I know you're supposed to be like, oh, but the rain feels good. No. I feel like our bodies naturally put our shoulders up. And if you are relaxed and you put your shoulders down, run from that person.
I know, right?
Where's everybody standing?
Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a place, Horseshoe Canyon, where you truly can get right up to the edge, and it is a straight drop down because the top of the cliff juts out further than the bottom. And as someone who is just now discovering that they kind of have a fear of heights, this place keeps making my stomach drop. But it is a pretty cool view, even on a really cloudy day.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
This is just me walking to different angles of Horseshoe Bend, getting to the edge and going, nope. I've watched JJ go to the edge, and I walk to the edge, and each time I just out loud have had to say, nope. Like, there is no barrier, there is no safety. It is just bottom, this much Colorado River, and then air. Whoa. It's amazing how close they let you get.
Coming here is just like an exercise in deep breathing to calm yourself.
I feel like you should be able to, you should have to take an agility test if you want to go to the end.
Yeah.
And it's like a simple one, just like, you know, walk a straight line or jump up on this and step back down.
Yeah, or like, can you shoot spider webs from your wrist?
Oh my gosh, that's the biggest one.
That's an automatic yes.
That's the biggest. Yeah, you're good. You're Gucci.
We just got back into the RV. We just got back to Steve. And got here just in time, as my people say. Got here just in time. Just started raining again.
Not as my people say. Oh, shit.
It's a celebration of my culture. Got a perfect little window in the rain. Got a little break in the rain. Popped out, saw Horseshoe Canyon. It was really beautiful, even though it's a very cloudy day, so. It's
lunchtime, and lunch is leftover mac and cheese. Cheers. Mm. We're gonna crush this and then get ready for this tour. I gotta bring an extra battery for this camera. This joint, you see those tires? He was whipping, stick shifting, ghost ride the whip. I think he hit this dirt dune at least 70 miles an hour.
Even during monsoon season, we're open, but we just gotta keep an eye on the storm. If it does get pretty bad, that's when we'll close the canyon down. We can't tell everybody the tour. We'll let the water drain through. Then after we come back in the next day to see what looks different, you know. Oh yeah, especially when you're looking to the camera. Yeah, exactly. All that shit created by water, just by water cutting through the canyon, carving it all out. Yeah. No, the wind will be mostly on top, but not really the canyon. So when it gets very windy here, the winds don't really blow inside of it. You can feel the breeze, but you won't hear like a canyon. Mostly it's just.
We are back
baby,
from Antelope Canyon Upper, and let me tell you, it was beautiful. Our guide, super dope, told us a bunch of things. He had, I want to say, my kind of personality, where it was just like very calm, kind of mean, but like to the point. And I'm like, my man, he wasn't saying too much. He wasn't saying too little. And then if somebody was in the way, he wasn't afraid to flicker his flashlight like, yo, 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 keep it moving. And I'm like, that's dog.
But if someone wanted to make a genuine connection with him, more.
Open to it.
Just like you.
Open to it. Except for I don't play the flute, and he played a indigenous person's flute. It looked like he had
like a wooden flute.
Yeah, it looked like he had a club in his pocket, and I'm like,
miles turn left.
Even better. Not only is he flashing his light, moving people, he ain't afraid to club them. And then he was like, I want to play you guys a song, and I'm like, play us a song, my G. We had a moment where I just couldn't take my camera out anymore, just because I didn't want to record other people's behavior. And I mean, be who you are, do what you do. I think me complaining about other people's behavior, or if I complain about other people's behavior, it would be based in my own stuff, my own insecurities, or like the way I would want to move. I don't think that it is right for me to do that and project that on the people. So I didn't record, and I tried to preserve judgment. But there was a moment at the end where he was telling us how the canyon formed and how his people took over the canyon because it was not being disrespected, but it was being treated like...
No, it was being disrespected. People would come out and like shoot their guns, and there's like bullet holes in the rock and stuff. This was in the 70s. Right,
but I was up until the 90s, honestly. So like they were carving their names in the stone, shooting at it, doing things like that, and they took it over to preserve it, and they formed the Navajo Park Services. Now, he was explaining why the land was taken, how the land was taken, and why they didn't have control of the park. And it's a sad story. It's like,
I mean, you know what the story
you know the story.
But he was literally talking about, these are his words, the slaughter of his people.
And while he's talking about the slaughter of his people, saying the slaughter of his people, the rest of the group was just pretty much like, yeah, excuse me, and then like we're positioning people so that they could just like take pictures while he was talking. And I'm like, you couldn't wait like the 2 seconds and show respect to this man who is like showing us his land, essentially. All of that aside, it was great. It was beautiful. Our tour guide was great. His driving skills, A+. He had those big tires. He had monster truck tires on a tour guide van, and I mean, he was hitting these bumps like he was Bone Crusher on Sundays. He was like hitting it, and it was great. Damn, this is nice. I had to took that towel out of the door.
You took that towel out of the door?
That is not, look at this. What is that, Hook? That's not a crow.
Oh, that's a hawk.
And it came out of the grass, so it got something.
Good morning. We are getting a little bit of a late start today. It's almost noon because we were waiting for it to warm up outside so that we could go for a kayak, hopefully. So right now we are just getting ready to leave the RV. Courtney is filling up the Berkey so that by the time we come back, we'll have some more fresh filtered water. And then I think we're about ready to go here. And we will check back in with you when we are at the marina renting our kayaks.
But it is super quiet here. I think the noisiest thing right now are JJ's pants.
They're waterproof.
She wore waterproof pants because she's a messy rower, and I wore all things that when they get wet, they get heavier, because I'm just like, goodbye, cruel world. Oh, there's fish under us. Did I bring a second GoPro battery? No. No. You guys have seen enough. Okay, we are kayaking Antelope Canyon. We are probably about 45 minutes in, and they said that we'd make it to the mouth of the canyon in 45 minutes. I don't think they knew how strong we were.
It did take us about 40 minutes to get to the mouth of the canyon.
We shaved 5 minutes off.
Yeah. I think we need to head back. Unfortunately, we have to get these kayaks back.
Oh shit, in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we got to paddle back. It's a long ways home. From where you rent the kayaks to all the way to the end of Antelope Canyon, which is like a little side canyon that feeds into Lake Powell, that's a 4-hour round trip.
I feel pretty good. I think the hardest part was getting my bearings as far as like rowing. And there is also a groove on my paddle that's rubbing my finger wrong, so I'm definitely gonna have a blister. Not a complaint, worth the blister. Honestly, worth the blister.
Yeah.
I busted my leg in the Slot Canyon at Zion, and also worth it still healing and throbbing and being in pain. This is indescribably beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was that even in English? I just mumbled that out. Indescribably beautiful.
Yeah. I think if we were to keep going, the Slot Canyon keeps getting narrower and narrower, and that would be pretty cool. But even just in this wide waterway, the water is just like so calm and dark, and like these like canyon walls are just so tall and beautiful in the sun.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. If you subscribe, if you do not, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. We would greatly appreciate it if you do. If you do not, we still appreciate you stopping by. Come back, check us out, go on some adventures with us. And you know what we say it with us. If you don't, listen along, because at the end of the day,
But you're not gonna have to. Well, this is where you leave me.